All right, guys, so I am live. I'm so excited. This is my second live, and I had so much fun doing my first one that I wanted to do it probably monthly, is kind of what I'm looking at right now. But we're going to go ahead and get started. So today's live topic is going to be about mom sanity. I'm going to talk about how I've lost it in the past, how most moms lose it, and how to get it back and maintain it. So I have a few tips. I did do a video a while ago. I have it linked down in the description that you can watch after this live is over. It's mostly geared towards working moms. So who am I? I am Christine. I've been on YouTube for 7 years. I just recently opened up this channel, Mom Time, and I love it. I wanted a place where I could connect with mothers and talk about everything that I have learned over the past 3 years of being a mom with as many moms as I can and connect with as many moms as I can, because it's just such a beautiful topic. A lot of people don't really talk about it, you know. I want to create a space where we can help each other out, because let me tell you what, I was lost. So I'm a mom of 2 little girls. I have, well, I was gonna say a newborn and a toddler, but she's not really a newborn anymore. She just turned 3 months old. Her name is Elliot, and I have a toddler who's 3. Her name is Parker, and they are the best things that have ever happened to me, and I am still learning. I continue to learn every single day. I by no means am telling you that I have everything down pat, because tomorrow things change. Like being a mom, nothing stays the same. Everything is just like changing. So let's see, the reason why I started Mom Time, I just told you guys that I just have a few show notes over here to make sure that I stay on topic and don't, just ramble. But my name is Christine. Like I said, I am 28 years old. I do have a pretty previous channel to this one called Christine Michelle, and I am starting to upload homeschooling videos over on that channel if you're interested in that. But it's really all that I have to share. If you have questions, let me know. I'll answer them. But mom sanity. Gosh, I don't know a single mom who hasn't lost it. I know there are plenty of people out there that put on the brave face of like, they got it all together, nothing ever goes wrong, but believe me, it does. So before I get too into this, I'm gonna pour myself a glass of wine. Go ahead and grab you a coffee, glass of wine, tea, water, whatever. Something in hand always helps whenever you're watching a live event. So, and today I'm having the Chateau Saint Michelle Riesling. I actually really like this wine. Okay. So one quote I wanted to share with you, it's actually by Ricky Lake, but I'm pretty sure I've heard this a lot and with a lot of different people that have quoted it, but motherhood is the greatest thing and the hardest thing. And it's so true. Motherhood will test you. Your kids are going to test you. You're going to come up across situations that you're not going to know how to deal with, and it's going to test everything in you. And it's inevitable. You're going to lose your sanity. It's just going to happen. So it's also the best thing. Like literally through all of the hard moments, you have that one beautiful moment when your child smiles at you, tells you that they love you, gives you a big hug, does something morally wonderful, like does something thoughtful, and you just feel it warm your heart, and it's just a beautiful thing. So good things definitely outweigh the bad things. And the next one is, do not compare yourself to other mothers. We're all losing our shit. Some women just hide it better than others. Kind of like what I said before, but written better. It's so true. Literally, there's no one that has a secret sauce to motherhood. We have our tips. Not every tip is going to work for every single mother, every personality, every kid. So that's why I wanted to create this channel, because my first child, all the advice I got online, all the advice I got in person with family, friends, doctors, none of it worked. I had to figure out my own stuff. So I feel like the more information we can put out there, the more mothers we can help. And that's where I'm coming from, pretty much. So just dawned on me I haven't had a sip of my wine. But, okay. So how can we lose it? That's where I'm gonna start first, how we lose it, and then work our way down to how to build it back up and maintain it. At least how I have in my personal life. So being a stay-at-home mom can be so lonely, and talking to a child that's not talking yet, just babbling, whatever, it can do a number on your sanity. You have a spouse that comes home late, they have their own stories, they want to talk about work, and you want to talk about the kids, you have nothing else to talk about because all you are is with your kids at home. So it can be really hard, that can really mess with your mind. So you might not realize that right away, because the idea of being a stay-at-home mom is like, oh, I can be with my kids, I can experience life, we can always go on all these field trips. Like, you have all these big dreams, but then reality sets in, and it's lonely. It really is. Even as an introvert, I get lonely sometimes. So the other thing is, days tend to look the same. You can be going, just like knocking the to-do list and just like living your life and like, yeah, I did the dishes today. Yeah, I did the laundry, dishes. None of the kids fell off the couch. Everybody ate all of their fruits and vegetables on the plate. Like, great things happen, and then you realize, I did the same thing yesterday. I did the same thing before that. How long am I going to be able to maintain this? How long am I going to find it exciting to keep, getting excited about, yes, I did the dishes. Oh, hey, girl. Haley. Oh, yes. Being an introvert, it's just, home is where I feel best. I really do. Honestly, that's the best. That's whenever I feel the safest and the most myself. I do like to get out and about, but people make me nervous. I'm not going to lie. People make me nervous. But yeah, do you feel that way too? Like, days tend to look the same, and it's just, it can burn you out that way. It can make anybody go insane. It really can. Another thing that I've experienced, thing that made my sanity just like, was whenever me and my husband just were like passing ships in the night. Like, we don't really say a word. One puts one kid down, the other one puts the other kid down, and then we instantly go to do whatever we want to do. Like, if we haven't looked on Instagram all day and we just want to lose a few hours that way, if there's a show that we've been watching that we want to watch, or there's, anything, and you just don't say anything, it's just like, I wake up in the morning, I'm like, did he come home? Yeah, he came home last night. Like, I just can't remember, and you feel bad. And so that also can like eat away at you, and like, at least for me anyway, is eating away at me. Let's see. And there's just so many things, like the kids screaming, and just like you have like a really hard week where your kids are just like at each other, and they have been at each other all day. It is so mentally exhausting, yes, and doing the same thing over and over, but you get so excited because you're in this like routine, and that's what everybody says, get in a routine. And I'm gonna tell you in a second, that's one thing that helped me, was getting a routine. But sometimes a routine can mess you up pretty bad. Okay, so how to get your sanity back. So the first thing, create a routine. And the reason I say that is because it creates predictability. For me, just knowing my oldest, she's getting really cranky and really upset. Oh, she didn't nap today, or oh, lunchtime is in the next 30 minutes, or she didn't eat much breakfast, so she's gonna need a snack, like those type things. That can help a lot with keeping your sanity, so like she's not screaming her head off and you're just like, what's going on? I have no idea. And you're gonna have those moments too, but yeah, it helps having a routine down. So let's see, I'm reading my notes, so I'm not just ignoring you guys. So kind of like me, and you, Amy, just talked about, just like being in a routine is just, you get stuck in a rut, and every day looks the same, in and out. And the best thing that I've learned to do, if you're having like little ruts and like everything's the same, like get out, go get you a coffee or something. But one thing that helped me recently was getting out of town. Just going up to my in-laws' house and spending the weekend and just making a break in what was going on. Because I was having a series there for like a week where I was just going crazy. My husband would come home and I'd just be like, take the kids, get them out of here for 30 minutes. I need to like breathe for a second. I just couldn't shut it off. And so finally we're just like, we just need a healing weekend. Let's get out of here. We don't have the money right now to do a vacation. Let's just go on a free trip to the in-laws. It'll be good for the kids. They'll love to see their grandparents and things like that. So that works. Another thing, if you don't have the money, what we used to do was, Oh, that's interesting. So like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you do one thing, and then Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, you do something else. That's very smart. That's a very good idea. I want to try that out because, you know, you can only go on weekend getaways so often. But another thing that I used to do as a kid and that I brought into my kids here is if we can't go anywhere, then we haven't had a yard, but when we did, pitch a tent outside or make like a fort inside and spend the night in the living room, bring the mattress out, and just, it changes things up, and it does a really great thing for me and my husband to just get out of our normal bed situation and bring us to the living room. It's fun. You have the TV there, and the kids like to run and jump. Or kid, I only have one that runs and jumps right now. Runs, jumps on the bed, and has a blast, and it just changes things up. Let's see. Next topic is plan ahead. Now, ooh, yeah, when they get old enough to do sports, I'm ready for that. I don't know if Parker's there yet to start, my oldest, if she's there to start, why can I not talk? I can't think. I need a sip of wine. But when she can start doing sports and stuff, which we can enroll her in ballet, but I don't know. I'm not there yet. I don't think I'm mentally there yet, but I feel like that's how Parker would be. I don't know if you remember, I talked about we did gymnastics with Parker, and it was one where we went in there with them, but the teacher was a little forceful with her, and I didn't like that. And I don't know, it just kind of ruined me a little bit. But I want to get her out there and get social and stuff, but it's hard. And I know we'd probably do something like dance, gymnastics. We don't have hockey teams here, but I don't know, something like that. Smaller classes, okay. Definitely need to look into that. I don't know. Would it be like art classes? Is that like the smaller classes you're talking about? Because that would be very interesting, so she could just, like, the teachers can be with her, and, like, I just don't want her to feel awkward and, like, lost, you know? I don't know. How many times can I say, I don't know? Sorry, guys. But, yeah, enrolling your kids in classes, I think that'll be a really fun time whenever we get to that point. And to help, like, Mondays and Thursdays, she goes to dance or soccer or whatever she wants to do. I think that'll be really, really cool. Plan ahead. So meal prep. We have started meal prepping every single Sunday, and ooh, the homeschool families. I need to look on Facebook. If you guys don't know, we are homeschooling our toddler this year. We went ahead and did this thing called Timberdoodle, where they have a curriculum for your babies all the way up to 2, and then they have preschool, and then all the way up to 12th grade. We got the birth to 2 years and the preschool, and I love it, absolutely love it. But it is lonely. Being a stay-at-home mom is lonely already, but throwing homeschooling in the mix, yeah. So I do need to look into homeschool groups so that I can get out, if their kids haven't really been around a bunch of other kids, they'll just have more in common, and just to watch that. Also, for me, to find people out and about, I think would definitely be beneficial. So good idea. I need to write that down, because I guarantee you, as soon as I turn this off, I will forget. Facebook homeschool groups. And I know you told me that before, but mom brain is always the worst. So on top of meal prepping another thing to plan ahead is date night. If you know your in-laws are coming in town, go ahead and prepare them to let them know that you want to go on a date night. That's what we do. Also, hire a babysitter in the future, just something that something to look forward to. So much can help your sanity if you are looking forward to something, an event, anything, and that has really helped me as well. Also, I like to make a weekly to-do list to reference every single morning, and so pretty much what I do, I go through and I have 4 categories. First one is what I want to achieve with Parker education-wise, something that me and her can do one-on-one that I'm dedicated, nothing interrupts it. The next is my stuff, YouTube, Instagram, whatever I want to get done, I do there. And then I have meal prep, whatever I need to prep that day. If I want to make, if I need to make my daughter's applesauce, we make her applesauce in bulk. Or if I want to, what's the fourth one? Oh, whatever house project I want to do that day or chore, I have it on there, and I have it written Monday through Sunday. And every single morning I look at, if it's Monday, I look at Monday, and then I write down those chores on my planner, and then I write exactly how I want to do it, what times. Like that, planning ahead just really helps me look forward to different parts of the week or at the end of the week. So that's something that could really help you guys. Also, wake up earlier or stay up later. It depends on what season you're in, or if you're a morning person, a nighttime person, whatever. That's really what you have to gear towards. I used to get up at 5 a.m. My daughter would get up at 6 or 7, and that helped me so much. I had an hour to drink my coffee, to do whatever. Do you meal prep for the week? I meal prep for like on Sundays, whatever I can get done Sunday, but I usually leave, like if it's chicken, we only meal prep for like 3 days worth of meals. So if it's crock pot, we only put a few like 2 pounds of chicken, and that'll last us a few days. But what I meal prep every week is like cutting up fruits and vegetables, making things like applesauce. We make Parker's applesauce in bulk. If we're gonna make any frozen burritos or any snack like granola and stuff like that, like those things that don't go bad in a week or two, I'll do that on Sunday. But for meals like that, I'll do like a crock pot meal, and I'll freeze it all. Like I'll put all the ingredients in a Ziploc, freeze it, and then pull it out accordingly. That's how I do it. And usually our meals last 3 days. That's what I try to do, because yeah, food going bad is the worst. Like I hate throwing out fresh fruit and vegetables or meals that we haven't eaten up. And I've gotten better about eating leftovers. Usually Garrett will like fork it all down and he eats it for lunch and stuff like that. I've gotten better with that. I have. It's hard, but I've gotten better. Ooh, shake my everything. But we grocery shop every 2 weeks. So a lot of my prepping, like the granola, the applesauce, I can freeze half of it. Not the granola, but the applesauce and stuff like that, I can freeze and thaw it as we need it. So that's one thing that we really like to do. Our freezer and fridge are so small right now, so it makes it difficult. But yeah, the only thing that we buy every single week are bananas, because we go through bananas. You would think we're a smoothie shop. We literally have a basket this big full of bananas that we go through every single week. Parker eats them. We put them in our smoothies. She probably has like two a day. Yeah. But yeah, I still have a lot to learn with meal prepping, but it's something that really helps me and helps us get through the week and save a lot of money. I know a lot of people are, so waking up early and waking up later, you can meal prep then. That's what okay. So I said I'll do it every Sunday, but like little things like every single meal or like lunches, I'll have a day where I want to prep my bistro boxes where I have an apple, cheese, and like different fruits and stuff in there like that. Or if I didn't get it done on Sunday, then I'll section out throughout the week to get it done that way, so it's not as overwhelming if you're meal prepping a lot of stuff. Because we don't really buy any packaged meals or anything like that. Everything we make, you know, from beginning to end is, so it takes a little bit more time. So I do find that helps if I don't finish it all on Sunday, to dedicate Monday I'll do this one thing, Tuesday I'll do this one thing, and that way, and that really helps. But the only bad thing about that is that I forget of when I made it, and so it makes it kind of difficult to figure out if it goes bad or not, or if it has gone bad. But waking up earlier or later, I used to wake up earlier. Now I cannot. I used to be able to, like, I put up a video morning routine, and I show me like rolling out of bed from my newborn, because I would nurse her back to sleep. I roll out and I'd go have coffee, do my to-do list and whatever I want to do. She is the light sleeper now. As soon as I even pick up my arm like this, or I just like lift my hand, she wakes up. I can't get out of there. So she joins me. I don't have my me time. So now I used to go to bed at 8:30. Now I'm going to bed at 11, midnight, 1 o'clock, somewhere in there, just so I can do YouTube, I can do laundry, I can do something that makes me happy. If I want to learn a new something, or if I want to plan her week of homeschool, I stay up. And that's good and bad. It's good because I get a lot done. No one's going to wake up. It's awesome. Bad because that's usually when my husband's up too, and something happens in my head and I just turn everything off and I just go, because that's my only time I have to get everything that I want to get done. And I'm someone who always overdoes my to-do list, and I have high expectations for myself that I want to get done. But the main things that I want to do in that time, morning or evening, you're going to want to, whether you want to just sit there and drink your coffee for 15 minutes by yourself in silence, that can help you so much. Like, that is a beautiful thing if you can have your coffee in peace and really wake up and understand like what's happening around you before you have to take care of humans. Another thing I used to like to do was listen to podcasts. I did that when I worked. I listened to TED Talks podcasts. Yeah, 10 a.m. That, oh my gosh, if my girls would sleep till 10, I would think like the world had ended. But yeah, no, if you go to bed at 1 a.m. regularly, yeah, you're going to have to sleep till 10 to save your sanity. Blackout curtains, genius. Man, I cannot wait till we have a house so we can have blackout curtains. We can't put anything in the walls where we are right now in an apartment. We're currently looking for a home, and oh gosh, the sun comes in at like 6:30 and wakes everybody up. So that'll probably be a huge game changer when I can actually hang rods. I do have blackout curtains in my daughter's room, but it's hanging on little, I don't want to show you my dirty room, but okay. Who cares? Who cares? Urgh. See right there, that thing? Her curtains are just hanging on that little strip. Back over here where it's not so dirty. But, oh gosh, to not be woken up by the sun, it'd be so great. And for them to sleep, that would be awesome. Okay. My last thing about waking up early is something that I think everybody should have, and it is a hobby. If you're a stay-at-home mom, you have to have a hobby, in my opinion, to save your sanity. Mine's YouTube. I love doing Instagram stories because I can interact with a lot of the mamas over there, or even if they're not mamas and they just listening to their stories and talking back and forth and watching them on Instagram and just connecting that way, because I don't have any family or friends near me right now, and I'm not really someone who's like, hey, let's go hang out. I'm not that person. I swear something just moved over there. But having a hobby has saved me so much. YouTube makes me so happy, and just the process of planning and thinking of ideas, filming, editing, uploading, interacting is just such a beautiful thing, and it's my way of my creative outlet. So finding a creative outlet, whether you're a strong creative or not, I believe everybody is a creative, whether like regardless of how you think or what you're interested in, everybody has a creative bone in their body, I believe. And so doing something, anything, whether it's opening an Etsy shop and selling pillows, or starting a YouTube channel, getting on Instagram and just like connecting with other people, anything can benefit you, honestly. It can make a huge difference. You could sell essential oils, you could sell beauty counter and connect with women that way. There was a workout, Tone It Up. No, not Tone It Up. Anyways, there are tons of different like pyramid schemes out there that you can join and sell and connect with tons and tons and tons and tons of people, and it can really help you. The next thing I want to talk about, which is pretty funny, if you know me in person, in real life, if you visited my home anytime in my life, you're going to laugh at this, but I have daily chores. So remember the weekly to-do list I told you about? I kind of mentioned chores. I like to give myself one chore a day, and I like to do one load of laundry every single day. I like to pick up as I'm walking by something. Like if I'm walking to the bathroom to use it, I'll grab a cup and put it in the sink. This is going to contradict that statement, but placing dirty dishes in the sink as you use them. My husband's probably laughing on the other side of the door because I don't always do that, but that is a great thing so you don't have any dishes in your sink. But another thing I used to do whenever I was a working mom, when the house got too overwhelming and I found myself on my off time, I wasn't hanging out with my daughter, I was just cleaning, hire help, whether it's once a month, once a week, every 2 weeks, every other month, whatever you can afford or whatever you do, just hire help. Usually it's $60 to $100, and just don't go eat out the next few days or whatever. Don't go get that cup of coffee for a week and pay for that, and that will just help you. You didn't lift a finger. You walk in your house after they leave and you see everything is spotless. It is a beautiful thing. So just try it once. Just try it once, and it's worth it. Like, I will sell an arm and a leg, which we haven't done that in so long. Yes, bi-weekly, I feel like that is like the perfect formula to have a cleaning lady come by. When we lived in our modular home place before we lived here, we had a cleaning lady come bi-weekly, and it was a wonderful thing, isn't it? You leave, you come back, your house is clean. Like, it's like, what happened is like someone like waved a magic wand. It's beautiful. So next thing, it kind of goes along with waking up in the morning earlier than your kids, or going to bed later, or after they've gone to bed. Stay up. You know what I'm saying. Making you time. So one thing that has helped me a lot is, like, as soon as my husband gets home, he hops in the shower. He gets a little time to himself before he has to come out and deal with family, screaming kids, whatever. I'm just like, okay, 30 minutes. I'm hopping in that shower. I'm putting the water on my face, and I'm not coming up for air for 30 minutes. Deal with your kids. I'm done. Just get 30 minutes. 30 minutes will make a world of difference. Another thing, if your husband's working long hours, or if you need time before he gets home, put the kids in their stroller and just walk. If weather permitting, Louisiana, half the year is you have to spend it indoors. It's so hot here. But the other half, put them in the stroller and go for a walk. If you're blessed with like a beautiful climate and you can go out for walks anytime you want to, put them in the stroller. It's fun. They're just locked in there, and you just walk. The next one is before. Nope, we already covered that one. If you're new here, my name is Christine. I'm reading off a little show note list over here to make sure I don't forget anything, but we're talking about sanity saving tips and things that I have used in my daily life to help me not go crazy, because I live 4 hours away from help, 4 hours away from the closest friend, family, and I'm by myself most of the time with 2 kids and 2 little girls, a 3-year-old and a 3-month-old. And it gets kind of, I want to pull my hair off often. So I've come up with a few things that have really helped me to not go crazy. So I'm sharing them with you guys. And if you have any, please share them with me. And all the mamas that are watching right now, anybody can benefit from anything. Anybody. So, I guarantee it's something that people have not thought of before. So speak up, please. All right. So the next thing is, that makes no sense. Okay, sorry. But if you go to a gym, I do not go to a gym, but if you go to a gym, look for a gym that has childcare, so you can put your kids in there while you go work out, have you time, put in those earbuds, watch a show, something to just like zone out while someone else is taking care of your little ones, and that can be beneficial. Another thing is to hire out if you need. It's good to have wine before 3 sometimes. You know what? I have done that. Usually I have the excuse like, it's 5 o'clock, I can have a glass of wine. But there are times where I just go take a swig out of the refrigerator, just one little sip, and it makes the world a little better place. I'm not gonna lie to you. So I'm glad I'm not alone in that. But another thing you do is hire out if you get a babysitter, if you get a nanny, if you can get a nanny. Those things can be really beneficial, and not something that I've done, but I know a lot of people really strongly believe in that and really need that, and really have somebody in their life that they trust, that they can let them watch their kids while they take a breather for an hour, 2 hours, whatever it is. And one thing, this is the thing that I do most often, at least once a day. I put the kids in the car. I don't care if they're screaming their heads off, if they're watching TV, if they're singing. I kind of tone them out and I go get me a Starbucks coffee. I go through a CC's drive-through, which is a coffee shop here in Louisiana. I'm sure it's other places, but it started here. And I go get me a very sugary, sweet coffee to help myself, because that in itself is like the most beautiful thing I can do in a day. Because these girls, I tell you what, 3 months and 3 years old right now, they are battling each other with how loud they can get. And there's only so much someone can take. So I need my sugar and my caffeine, and I usually get an extra shot with extra syrup, and I'm not afraid. I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed. It's not other places. Okay, so that makes me feel better, because every time I mention it, I'm like, should I mention it? Because I don't. Because Raising Cane's is from here, and it's like all over the southern part of the United States. But all right, moving on to the next topic, guys, and that is 100% uninterrupted time with your kiddos. They have canes in Ohio. Where is Ohio? I'm the worst at the United States. Like, I get the East Coast, but like up and over, no idea. Ohio. Is that near Utah? Gosh, I'm gonna show my blonde. Okay, I better stop talking about this. Oh, above. I do know where Kentucky is. Okay, it's above Kentucky. Okay. I was in the general area. I kind of. Thank you for that, Amy. You're always watching out for me. But 100% uninterrupted time. I can get so caught up in my to-do list that I forget I have kids and they have needs. Just to get on the floor, and that's why I love this homeschooling. That's why I love doing homeschooling right now, is that I'm dedicating all that time to sit down with my daughter, read her whatever book. I gotta stop hitting this. Okay, let me readjust myself so I quit hitting the table. Where was I? Lord, this is gonna be the worst life ever. I apologize. Oh, so I have to sit there and read her whatever books, do whatever activities that I have assigned for the day, and me and her one-on-one. Yeah, thank you. Getting down on the floor with them and just connecting and being, taking advantage of this being a stay-at-home mom. What you get to do with your kids, like randomly in the middle of the day, watch them laugh, watch them learn. It's a beautiful thing. And if you can just like cut off all the other stuff, it's great. I'm really bad about whenever I'm sitting down with them that I pull out my phone, turn on Instagram stories, because I want to document what we're doing, so I can like look back and be like, oh my gosh, that was such a wonderful moment. I'm so glad I saw it. But a lot of the times my kids, both of them, even my newborn and my toddler, they know when the camera's out and they act completely different. So that's something I really need to work on. But it is something that is a really beautiful thing. Just get down, drop the dishes, drop the laundry, drop everything. If your husband comes home and makes a comment about the dirty dishes, throw a dirty dish at them. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Just tell them to shut up. I played with our kids. I made a memory. Let's move on. So that's what I do anyway. The next one is date night. Now, me and my husband have been together for 14 years, and it is something that we have struggled with is date night, especially since we've had kids. And the way we've gotten around it is, like, if my in-laws come in town, they'll stay at the house after we put the kids down, and we'll go to a restaurant or wherever we want to go and have fun and be together. That's great. Not everybody can do that. So what we usually do, and we haven't been on a date like that since we had our newborn. Why do I keep saying newborn? She's 3 months old now. She's out of the newborn stage. But after he gets off work, go to get takeout from some random place that you've been wanting to try something new, something fun, whatever excites you and your partner. With me and my husband, we love trying new food. So we go pick up some new food, and if the kids sleep or even if they're screaming in the back, we tune them out and we sit there in the front seat of the car and we eat and we talk. And that has been huge for us, because that's the only time we get to talk, because usually the baby's screaming, the toddler's screaming, dragging us in opposite directions, and you can't get a word out, you can't get a thought out. And so that little time, we don't do it every day, maybe once a week, we've tried to get that down. It's just a beautiful thing. And that's why whenever the girls both go to sleep, we sit there and we play on our phones, you know, we just kind of like do mindless stuff so that we can like recharge from what just happened. The tornado that is having 2 kids. Yeah. So let's see the next thing. The next one is do one thing a day that is healthy. I have struggled with health my whole life, doing something healthy. My husband, that he's in the health industry, and I've never wanted to take advice or let him, because it's almost like he's bossing me around, telling me, you eat this, you do this, you need to do all these things, and you'll lose weight, you'll do whatever. And I meant, like, that's just not my personality to, for him to tell me what to do. I just don't like it. I can't handle it. I get mad, I get grumpy, I get mean, and it's just not a good thing. But recently, I have found different things that I love to do every single day that they make me happy, and he actually approves of, but he keeps his mouth shut because he knows it's going to make me stop doing whatever I'm doing because I'm that stubborn, and I can admit it. But my number one thing is love of food art. And you see all the pictures scouring the internet of smoothie bowls, of beautiful artisan toast and things like that. I love to do that. Avocado toast, making it look pretty, smoothie bowls, making it look really pretty, yogurt bowls, making it pretty, you know, all the different things, like burrito bowls, rice bowls, sushi bowls, like so many different bowls, guys. And I love it because it looks pretty. I found different ways to make it taste delicious, and I want to share a lot of that stuff on this channel. I will in time, but there's more content that I want to pump out before I start doing food stuff. But that has made me so happy, just taking time to create a beautiful bowl. It's beautiful to look at, and it's tasty, and that makes me happy. Another thing is going for a walk, whether that is on the treadmill or if it's going out whenever weather permits. Aqua Zumba, I've never heard of that before. I'm laughing at you, maybe the youngest one in there. Yeah, those bowl pictures are everywhere. Oh, that's funny. I've never heard of Aqua Zumba. I don't know. I feel like sometimes I have an old soul. I think I would love that a lot. I've never heard of that. Has anybody else heard of that? I've never heard of that. That sounds really cool. It's very, very interesting. I'll have to, let me make another note so I don't forget to look at that. Aqua Zumba. Okay. That's interesting. Wait. Why do these comments disappear? I don't understand. Oh, there it is. Okay. Water aerobics. That would be really good on my joints and my back, and yeah, everything. I think that'd be really nice. But I don't want to put on a bathing suit in front of other people. I'm so modest. Like literally, my neckline is like up here. Which I know there are some awesome bathing suits out there that like cover the mommy belly and the not so pretty thighs. I need to look at that. I actually think Target has some really good stuff. I saw a few blog posts on mom-friendly bathing suits. Let's see. The next thing is drinking an extra glass of water. Just having one extra glass of water than you're used to, or even if you don't drink any, just finishing that glass for me is just like, I did it. I finished a glass of water, and that's so sad, but it really does give me a little boost. And the last thing that I like to do every single day that's healthy is something that feeds my soul, whether that is listening to a few minutes or 30 minutes of music blaring while I'm taking my 30-minute shower after losing my mind on my husband, listening to a podcast. I love TED Talks, podcasts, reading a book. I don't like to read books. I fall asleep as soon as I start reading the first paragraph, but you might like reading a book. Or visiting a museum, visiting something new, different, anything. If you're in a small town, go visit the latest cornfield, you know. I don't know. But do something different. Something that is going to excite you, open your eyes, open your mind to something other than your every single day, daily life, daily routine. That really helps. But that, guys, is all I have. Tips. I mean, it could have been more organized, I'm not gonna lie to you. But if you want a more organized, straight to the point, cut, like, to the point, I would say pretty good edited video. I have that link down below from what I filmed a year ago when I was a working mom. And yeah, a lot of that stuff has helped me, and it might help you guys too. But let's see. Okay, so I have time for any questions if you have any. If you don't, that's okay, but I would love to answer some questions if you have any. I'll give you guys a few minutes or a few seconds to see. Are you going to homeschool all year? Yes. So main reason I want to homeschool all year is, one, I heard that kids retain information more whenever it's like constantly presented to them. Two, it gives us something to do in our day. And yeah, that's pretty much the basis of it. But what about you? I know you're going to be homeschooling. You're starting in December. Is that what you said? Are you going to be doing it all year round, or are you just going to be doing it for part of the year? Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, that's so smart, because another reason a lot of moms do year-round homeschooling is that they can go on vacation whenever they want throughout the year, take a week or two off, or allow for sick time, allow for if you just want to do it 4 days a week and leave Friday off or leave Monday off, or whatever fits your lifestyle, you can do it. And it makes it easier to do homeschool when you're traveling. And I know you guys travel a lot, which is awesome. So awesome. I wish we could do that. Our 3-month-old hates the car seat, and she literally gets herself so worked up where she hyperventilates, and she like is about to throw up. It's insane. Like, nothing is wrong with her. As soon as you pull her out of that car seat, she's like, hi, and just so happy, smiling. As soon as that back touches that car seat, though, she starts wailing. So we gotta get out of that phase. I believe my oldest stopped freaking out in the car whenever we forward faced her. Yes. That it's so funny how, if you said that in like front of other people, they would like totally disagree because they just don't know anything about homeschooling. That they would think that automatically that kids in school do better on tests. It's not true. So, do y'all go to the visitor center at Natchez? Because I know they've opened a lot more restaurants there, which is pretty awesome that they're, coming up. It is a big town to not have that many restaurants. They have a coffee shop downtown Natchez that I really like to stop at, but the visitor center. Do you go inside? I don't know if I've ever been inside there. I know we parked there once to get a drink out of the vending machine, but that's all I've ever, and that was years ago. Because Parker would love to run around. She needs to stretch those little legs. If only the newborn could jump out of the car and like stretch her legs, because she goes crazy. Let's see. Huh. I'm gonna have to look into that because I've never been in there before. And I just assumed it was that hallway to where there's a bathroom and a vending machine. So we'll definitely look into that to try, because that would not only help me, that would, just get out of the car for a second where it's not just like one long car ride of screaming, and to break it up that way. But now that you say that, like, I kind of brings me back having a huge map table that I think I remember seeing that. It could have been at another museum, but it's kind of coming back to me. When people like mention things, it just like comes back at you. But we were gonna go up there this weekend, but Elliot's just been the worst in the car, so we decided to just they're coming down here to see us, and it's maybe try to go up there every other month or something like that. But Girl, the best thing about these is talking to other mothers and also drinking wine. It's been a few years since we had that drive. Have you tried putting her in the car seat in the house the week before? What do you mean, like putting her in the car seat for an extended period of time, or because I do put her in there while I'm still putting stuff together and getting everything ready to go, but no, we haven't done that. I'll try it. Instead of putting her in her little bouncy swing seat, I'll sit her in there and just let her just like you're okay. You're fine. And she does okay if I can crawl in the back and she can see me. I don't know if she thinks that I've abandoned her or what's going on, but she's not at the age where I can just hand her stuff without her smothering herself, you know. So I'm gonna try that and see, just like sitting in her car seat. Do you buckle it like she's in the car? Or do you just like sit her in there with the seatbelt open? See, that's smart. That's smart to go ahead and see what we did this last time. We left as soon as my husband got home. So what we probably should do is like whenever I know she's gonna have a feeding, to go ahead and feed her really good, change her diaper, make sure she's happy, then put her in the car seat and go, instead of just like, all right, you ate 30 minutes ago, so you're fine. I'll try that. Her sister's gonna look at her real weird, her being in the car seat on the floor. I'm gonna try that. But, well, Amy, since you were the only commenter today, guess what? You are the winner of 3 Lush bath bombs of your choice. I'll reach out to you and send you, I don't know if you've ever used Lush before, you probably have, but if you like them, bath bombs, bath melts, bubble bath, anything, I want you to pick 3 of them, and I'm going to send them to you. Yes, because every mother needs a relaxing bath. Am I right? Am I right? Yes. All right. So that concludes today's video, and I made it. Oh, I thought I was gonna say I made it to 45 minutes. No, it's about to be 50 minutes, but that's okay. Oh, you're welcome. Yay! Thank you for participating with me. It makes. This is another thing for Sanity Saving, is like having one-on-one time, or like time to talk to other moms. It is awesome. It does a lot for my soul, and drinking a glass of wine is a beautiful thing. But all right, I'm gonna get out of this room so Garrett can put Elliot down in here because she's sleeping in her room, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye, Amy. I'll talk to you very, very soon about your Lush bath bombs. Bye, guys.